Onegaishimasu. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. This is a second video of my Kumite series. Today we're going to focus on gapping timing for counter techniques. Okay, this is a short clip. All right. Keep in mind that I want you to find that balance between your kata and your kumite. Okay, we are starting off working timing distance target drills, shifting body movement, a lot of taisubaki. It's really important that you start off with a basic understanding of kumite. Okay, we're not going right into full irikumi, sweeping, catching, throwing, anything like that. We want to build our fundamentals, okay? And if you teach your students how to do proper jiu kumite, okay, the fundamentals will get sharp and strong. You'll have an understanding on how to move, and then we can start to add in all those other elements that make our kumite complete. Our irikumi. Keep in mind, okay, when you start off doing kumite, it kind of looks like a kickboxing match. You're bouncing around, you're punching, you're kicking, you're shifting, and then as it starts to develop, it kind of looks like an MMA match. You come punch and you catch and you throw and you're trying to do takedowns and this and that, but that's just a transition stage. It's not really MMA. Remember, Gojuru, we have to be able to transition into movements fluently, okay? And there's some terrific transitions from our attacks into our catches, into our takedowns and throws, into our finishing movements. But essentially, what should our irikumi look like? What should our kumite look like? The end result should look like kata, okay? Our bonkai movement, okay? That's why it's so important to practice kata and practice your kumite, because eventually they do this, okay? And that's what you really need to practice. So don't focus on doing too many things. Don't get fancy. Fundamentals are first, okay? Here we go. So we're just going to take 3 techniques today, all right? We're going to take a kisamizuki, a gyakuzuki, and a maigeri. Okay, so we're not even going into moshigeri, things like that, but we're going to talk about just the basic 3, all right? So I'm going to stay close to the camera so you guys can see me. You're going to drop back into hidari kamae. I'm going to go migi kamae. That way you guys can mirror me. So we drop back into a good kamae. Now, remember, we have these 2 hands here, okay? All right, I'm gonna turn sideways. Notice they're away from my body, okay? This is my primary, okay? This one is out front. This is the first one that interacts with anything that's going on. This is my secondary, okay? Notice it's not pressed against my body, it's out here. I need to have space when I'm sparring, okay? Notice my elbows are in. Then I'm not out here doing this stuff here. Some people like to do that, or they swing their hands down. No, my hands are up here. Okay, I want to be able to protect myself. My position, hidari kamae, I'm in that hane position here, right? This way I have all 4 weapons. I've competed in hundreds of tournaments, and occasionally you'll get the person that likes to do this. And they spar this way and they get that 1 foot and this and that. Well, they've just cut their body in half. And really, what do they have? They have 1 arm and 1 leg, okay? They're off balance, they're leaning back, they're kind of hiding away. A good kamae position gives you 4 weapons to use, okay? So we're going to start off nice and easy, kisamizuki, jabbing, okay? So kisamizuki has a couple different purposes. One, if I strike the nose, the eyes will tear, okay? And that's going to give me a little bit of time to throw that big body punch in there, okay? The other thing is, if I don't connect, okay, depending on what you're doing, if I don't connect, I'm going to be able to block their vision, because I'm throwing this up right around their eye level, okay? I don't want to throw a jab towards their chin, because what happens is they can see over my arm. But if I get it up, I can't see you now because I'm blocking their vision. So from here, we block that vision. All right, so let's just work on some kisami. Ready? Now notice, my hand is still here. Here. This doesn't have to be powerful, but it's fast. As fast as it goes back, twice as fast back. Ready? Ich, bi, san, chi, go, ro, teach, hach, go, jo. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Ready? Ich, ni, san, chi, Excellent. All right, switch sides. All right, so you're going to do your own training on your own time. You can pause the video right now and go into your rep work. Do 50, 100 reps on each side. Get that natural. Just remember, we're not pulling back to here. And this is the reason, because in the next part, we're going to work our block. Shote uke is we open, shote is palm, and we're going to push from ear to ear, here, this way, palm, palm, right? So from this position, let's go kisame each, and then block, and back. I don't need to push way out here, because there's nothing here that I need to protect. The other thing we can do is we can block, and we can slip. So I can move my head slightly, okay? So let's just work on the hand motion, all right? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, go, jo. All right, so for beginner students, it's really important to have them open, press, close, all right? Have them bring it back to here. Senior like to get those open hand bang, they like the block in here. Q grades, have them close, right? It's a good coordination drill, okay? So let's switch sides. Shikaite and ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, ko, and jo. Excellent. All right, shake them off for a moment. So now this is our first timing, okay? When you're doing kumite, it's really important to have your fundamentals sharp, okay? Because a sharp fundamental makes it easier to work on all the other stuff. Distancing, timing, target, okay? Without one of those three elements, your technique doesn't work, okay? So remember again, distance, timing, target. So from here, hands are up. The attack is kisamizuki. The defense is shote, but what we're going to do right from here is block and counter. You can counter to the body. You can block and counter to the face, okay? But there's a counter in there. So let's just go for the body for this one. So, right? You know, we're thinking maybe that person punched high and they opened up the side of their body. So from here, each, 1, 2. Knee, 1, 2. Notice 1, 2 here. I'm not pulling this back here. Waste too much time. I can develop power right from here, right? All right, so san, 1, 2. Shi, 1, 2. Go, 1, 2. Ro, 1, 2. All right? So that's how you would teach a beginner. 1, 2. Now, as you know, as we get higher level, especially doing bonkai and kata, there's a lot of simultaneous blocking and countering. So from here, we could also work each, ni, san, shi, go, right? Let's switch sides. So let's do 5 Q grade and 5 higher rank, right? Or they could be higher Q grade doing this as well. Ready? Each, 1, 2. Notice my hand stays up. Knee, 1, 2. San, 1, 2. Shi, 1, 2. Go, 1, 2. All right, let's go simultaneous. Each, knee, san, shi, go. Now, you can't see, but when I block, I'm stepping in, driving with that punch to the body. Okay, so there's a lot we can do with just jab and a block and a counter. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next part of this is Gyakuzuki, our reverse punch. Okay, now remember, I'm giving you a sequence. However, you can just go and work straight Gyakuzuki without the opening movement, okay? Break it down. You would break your kata down, break your kumite movement down. So let's get into a good Hidari Kamayamin Migi, come on here. All right, so from here, it's Kisame-suki here. And right from here, you can start with beginners punching, pulling that chamber back. That's fine, okay? And back. So if you're in line and you have your students working, it's each knee here. But for kumite movement, each knee. Get that hand up, okay? Because this could be the difference between you catching a roundhouse in the head, okay? So we want to keep that wall up, all right? So let's go nice and slow. Ready? Each 1, 2. Ni 1, 2. San 1, 2. Shi 1, 2. Go 1, 2. All right, so why don't you do? Pause the video. Give me about 20, 50 reps of that. Excellent. All right, you guys back? All right, here we go. Hands are up. Let's work the opposite side. See how you did. Ready? Each 1, 2. Ni 1, 2. Sa 1, 2. Shi 1, 2. Go 1, 2. All right, so if this is your weaker side, I want you to practice double what you did for the other side. Okay, balance is important. Okay, so in karate, well, for example, we don't want to just iron the front of our gi. What happens when we turn around and do kata and the backside is wrinkled? No balance there. Okay, we do it all the way. So if my left side is weaker than my right, I'm going to practice 3-to-1 ratio. This way I can catch up this side and make them more even. Okay, so from here, I want you to pause the video, work on that. Excellent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to gap the timing. Okay, so maybe, all right, we're in here. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to work the block, then we'll gap the timing. All right, so from here, the attack, the jab comes in. Here's our shote. All we have to do for gyakuzuke is shote tosh, down, here, this way. All right, and then just bring that hand up. Ni 1, 2. San 1, 2. Shi 1, 2. Go 1, 2. Oro 1, 2. Nice. Sich 1, 2. Hach 1, 2. Ko 1, 2. And Jo 1, 2. And ashikaite switch. Let's work that opposite side. Each 1, 2. Ni 1, 2. San 1, 2. Shi. Go. Rog. Sich. Hach. Ko. Jo. Excellent. All right. So from here, let's switch our sides. Now let's gap the timing for our counter. So from here, it's 1, 2, 3. And back to here. Oh, don't forget that roundhouse. You never know when it's coming. Ready? Ni 1, 2, 3. San 1, 2, 3. Shi 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2, 3. You want to pull that even tighter. 1, 2. Hands back up. Ni 1, 2. Hands back up. San 1, 2. Hands back up. Shi 1, 2. Hands back up. Go 1, 2. Hands back up. And switch sides. Ashikaite. Let's go back to the 3 count. Each 1, 2, 3. Ni 1, 2, 3. San 1, 2, 3. Shi 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2, 3. All right, let's put in that augmented block here. Ready? Each 1, 2. Ni 1, 2. San 1, 2. Shi 1, 2. And go 1, 2. And shake them out. Excellent. All right. Pause your video. Work on that. All right. So here's the last part of this combination. Okay. First, we're going to work a little taisabaki drill. All right. So from here, what we're going to do is, well, let's see, this will be your left leg. Your left leg is going to go back. So we're going to go on that 90-degree line. So from here, we're going to step back and hip shift this way. And then just come back to heibo. Now you opposite side, knee, and back up. Sa, and back up. Shi, and back up. Go, and back up. Ro, and back up. Chi, and back up. Hach, and back up. Ko, and back up. Jo, back up. You can also practice this one where we are stepping on a slight angle here and shifting up and coming back, okay? In the last video we did some of that, okay? All depending on what you're setting up for your next movement. Sometimes we need to give ourselves a little space to evade. Sometimes we want to close that distance if we're going to catch and throw, but that's later on, okay? Now we're going to add in a little Hawan Gerin Ujuki. So an open hand, inward low block. So if this foot's dropping back, so this would be your left foot, it's your right hand. So we're going to just drop back and block. Each, come on up. Now this side, ni, san, shi, go, roko, sichi, hachi, ko, and jo. All right, so shake them out. So now we're going to move on to our third and final combination. Okay, so it's going to be the first two movements. All right, let me back up so you can get a full body. All right, Hidari, come on. It's jab, Kisamizuki, Gyakuzuki. And then what we're going to do from here, rear leg maigiri. So this hand has to come up here and then I'm right back. One thing you don't want to do is, you know, I punch and leave the hand, okay? Or I try to, you know, keep this hand up and kick this way and twist my body up. It throws my alignment off, my posture, right? Move your hands naturally with your body. Everything wants to stay up in front so we can protect ourselves, okay? There's going to be later videos I'm going to be doing where you're actually going to be blocking mid-kick, okay? Because, you know, you don't get to choose when someone punches you. And if your leg happens to be in the air, well, our minds, our bodies are in tune to what's going on around us, so you should be able to react. Okay, so here we go. From this position, we're in here. All right, ready? So, each, knee, let's bring the hand up, san, and back. Ready? Each, knee, san. Ready? Each, knee, san. Ready? Each, knee, san. Let's go Muichiro one more time. Ready? Each, knee, san. And back and switch. Ashikaite. Let's go for 5. Each. Knee. San. Shi. Go. Excellent. Shake it out. All right. So we're doing everything stationary right now. So what I'm going to ask you to do, work that combination, both sides, do 15, 20 reps, and then add in a little bit of movement, your movement. So what I would be doing is, I would be in my kamae, a little bit of movement here, and it would be tap, tap, in here, in here. So you want to be able to work your technique while you're moving. Remember, our bodies are in motion, okay? It's kind of like one of those things where you have a runner on the blocks about to go when the gun goes off, and another runner who's already in motion running and the gun goes off when they get to the starting line. One's already got momentum. One's already moving. They're already go. The other person has to get up to speed to catch up. So if I'm standing flat and the other person's moving, I've got to start my motion to catch up. They're already in motion. So we're working our fundamentals from a stationary position, but then you have to actually get up and move in a position of, you know, sparring. Remember, it's not a heavy bounce. It's just keeping on all of my feet, staying light and being able to maneuver. Okay, so we had our taisabaki with our shift and block. That comes into play now with our counter. All right, so from this position, right, hidari kamae. All right, I'm gonna stay kind of close to the camera so you can see. So from here, we blocked the jab, we blocked the reverse punch, right? So that's a heavy hand coming down. What we're going to do from here is, there's that back leg shift, and we just turn this hand over and push. Okay, so back up. Each, knee, san. Back up. Each, knee, san. Back up. So I block the jab, I block the reverse punch, here comes that kick. I don't want this here. I move it and I push the kick that way. Okay? And back up. A couple things you can do with that, just as a point of reference. I can push the leg to make that person twist and open target area, or I can scoop the leg to get their momentum going up to break posture, which weakens their stance. Okay? So, things to keep in mind. So from here, ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. One more. Ich, ni, san. Let's switch sides. Ashikaite. Ready? Ich, ni. Remember, back leg in. Ich, ni, in. Back up. Ich, ni, in. Hands up. Ich, ni, in. Back up. Ich, ni, in. Back up. Two more. Ich, ni. All right, and shake it out. So work on that, and then we'll come into our final part. Okay, so if you haven't figured it out where the counter is, well, it's ready to go. So let's go into our Hidari Kamae. So from here, ich, ni, san. Now from here, I can pivot, I can step out if I have the space, but all it is just countering here. I'm gonna go high on this one to the head. Especially if I scoop the foot to make them pull forward and lose balance. You hit them high, they fall down. Okay, here we go. Ready? Knee, 1, 2, 3, and back. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did two ways. One, you can teach the beginners. This is where you want to end up. Always protecting yourself. Each 1, 2, 3. All right, one more and we'll switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's switch Ashikaite. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Back in. Ready? Knee. San. 1, 2. Ready? Shi. Ready? Go. 1, 2. And shake them out. Excellent. All right. So, some simple breakdowns, okay? We do add after that. We can work on that front kick a couple different ways too. And this is something you should experiment with. On my attack, I can go 1, 2, chase them down. But usually if I chase them down, I'm chasing them down again with something else. Or I come in 1, 2, 3, back, shift my weight, and maybe I'm trying to draw them in. So as they're coming in, I counter with more shiger. Try things, okay? There's no set rules. Try your own thing. Try and develop some of your own kumite movements. I'm not saying invent things though, okay? Keep it basic. Basics are the best, okay? I have some really cool drills that we're going to work forward into, and a lot of it is bunkai movement applied with your sparring. However, we're not going to touch those until you guys tighten up your fundamentals, because you can't do any of that without this. You know, I had a student a long time ago come up to me and he said, "Excuse me, sensei," he goes, "when are we going to learn the good stuff?" He didn't use the word stuff, he was a little vulgar, but he said, "When are we going to learn the good stuff?" And I laughed. I'm like, "This is the good stuff." He goes, no, like the high level stuff." I'm like, "This is the high level stuff." All high level stuff is fundamentals. You just have to build, understand, and ingrain them in your bodies, okay? So until the next time, work these drills, okay? And if you're starting to, get comfortable with them, okay? Start implementing them in sparring sessions if you have a partner available to you. If not, do some shadow sparring. Just move around and get used to bouncing and trying to work that small circle, change your angles, have fun with it, okay? And then later on, revisit your kata and see how you feel about your kata movement, your bonkai movement, okay? Because all of this should help each other improve, okay? Kata helps your kumite, kumite helps your kata, okay? Till the next time, be safe, be well. よろしく。ありがとうございました。